Hi, I'm Juliana with Patten Title Memorial. There's a lot of things that you should know before your closing that I wish I knew before I went into my own closing. So here are top 10 things that you should know before coming to closing. Who comes to the closing table? So if you are buying, then yourself. And if you are married, your spouse. A lot of times your lender will probably come as support to be there for you. And sometimes even your mortgage loan officer will come and be here for support. Where's the closing? So typically you close with the title company that you're selected for title. But a lot of times if you are out of town and you're moving into the state or you're working, we can always arrange for a mobile notary. But for the most time, you will always be closing at the title company selected on your contract.
When do you get the keys to your home? After everybody has signed all their documentation, all papers have been received, we've sent everything to the lender, they've reviewed every signature, every date, every initial, said your package is good to go, we've received all the funds. Then we turn around and we are able to release keys to you. Once you have those keys, you are free to move into your home as long as you are not doing a seller leaseback or a leaseback of sorts. Because if that's the case, then you become a landlord and you have to wait until the seller moves out to move into your home.
If I'm selling my house and buying a new house, can both closings be done at the same time? Yes, definitely we can. Patent Title will make sure that we can accommodate our clients best we can on making sure that both closings go at the same time, as long as everything is ready in reference to financing and title. What should I do with the paperwork? My best suggestion is keep digital copies of them. A lot of times, most of the paperwork that's in there is for the financing institution for their records. So, as an individual, the most two important documents to keep, if anything, would probably be your closing disclosure and warranty and/or deed of trust.
So, what is the payment process? As far as closing funds, the Texas Department of Insurance dictates what type of payment we can accept. Currently, buyers can and/or sellers, if they're needing to bring cash to close, can submit their funds via wire transfer or by cashier's check. So those are the only two options. And again, that's per TDI regulations. What do I need to bring with me to closing? For buyers, it's typically just your driver's license. It's never a bad idea if you're old enough to have a checkbook to bring a checkbook with you, just in case there is, a number that changes last minute, and that's not out of the realm of things that happen. For sellers, they also want to arrive with their valid driver's license and or passport, just valid government issued ID, and wiring instructions for the account that they'd like their seller proceeds wired to.
What happens when I'm the buyer and I can no longer attend the closing? We have different types of getting a buyer closed. We have execution of power of attorneys for RON, which is online notary, or we have mobile notaries too that we can send. What happens during the closing process? During the closing process, if there's a lender involved, there is a lot of documentation to sign, so it takes anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes. Do make sure to read every document. The closer, though, will also explain every document for you to sign. And then after the closing process, then it goes into funding if we have a lender involved, or we can just get it straight to funding if it's a cash transaction.